Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is your brother Wisam Sharieff for Quran Weekly. I wanted to pick up from the last video that I did. I was kind of apologizing for not doing so many videos for such a long time. It's been a while. And we talked about asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's forgiveness by knowing how to say the word sorry. Now in English, sorry, asking for forgiveness. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught us words to ask for His forgiveness. And this comes, it's the second page of the second juz, the second para, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to us, فَاذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ وَاشْكُرُوا لِي وَلَا تَكْفُرُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, remember me and I shall remember you. And that's really the message right there. Asking for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's forgiveness when you made a mistake is fine and dandy. It's a necessity. We all make mistakes. But today's focus is on making dua, is asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His mercy. And when the going gets good, not tough, then why not just remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then? So this week's Quran Weekly message is going to be directly connected to when the good happens. فَاذْكُرُونِي, remember Allah. Say, this good thing happened to me because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Raise your hands and say, oh Allah, I ask for that which is clean and pure. And say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you are thankful for that which you have. And when you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when the times are good, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will remember us when the times are bad. And I'm just going to end here with a small reflection. When's the last time something good happened and you're like, oh subhanallah, I thank you Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that which you gave me? When's the last time you reflected on what was good and you said thanks to Allah, as compared to when the times got tough and you're like, oh God, I need your help. Oh God, I really messed this thing up. So this is my dua, this is my chance to share with you that we stopped making dua under the guise of differences of opinion, and we kind of just got lost in that. At the end, you're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His help, so turn and ask Allah for His help. A couple of people are like, so Brother Wisam, what are some du'as, some prayers that we can make that are not asking for anything, but just praising Allah, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did? And I read a few of them. There's a sound hadith in Tirmidhi, there's several hadith. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi adada khalqihi wa rida nafsihi wa zinata arshihi wa midada kalimatihi. And then I translated that dua, and someone was like, that's amazing. That dua that was made by the Prophet ﷺ, he didn't actually ask for anything in that dua. He was just praising Allah. And he would say that 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the evening. So with that, I made a small initiative. It's not connected to any big organization. Just type in dua, D-U-A, I think it's 5, no space, dua 5, into YouTube. And I just read a couple of du'as there, and these are all prayers from the Sunnah of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I put the du'a, the hadith underneath the du'a. The text is there, my face is there, it reads it out to you. And just start making more du'a. And in this, see if you don't start following the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more. If you think about God and you thank Him throughout the day, aren't you more likely to follow what He said? As your brother Wisam Sharieff, small reflection on making du'a, on praying to God, not supplicating for something that you need, but supplicating just because you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
أصبحنا على فطرة الإسلام وعلى كلمة الإخلاص وعلى دين نبينا محمد وعلى ملة أبينا إبراهيم حنيفا مسلما وما كان من المشركين. أصبحنا على فطرة الإسلام وعلى كلمة الإخلاص وعلى دين نبينا محمد وعلى ملة أبينا إبراهيم حنيفا مسلما وما كان من المشركين.